Hey, what's up, everybody? Just tapping in with you guys. As you can tell, I just got done putting in a little bit of effort for myself, checked in for myself today, ching ching. Earning that interest, making those dividends, putting in that effort to see how good my life can get and how long I can sustain that. Things I wanted to talk about today, a little bit about risk versus reward. Some hustles that I used to do as a kid, and then I want to probably close on touching on something with A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger. Great movie, phenomenal actor, loved it. So risk versus reward. You often reap what you sow. If you choose not to risk anything, you won't win anything. There's a saying, risk big, win big. You can't give without giving. You have to give to get. You have to be willing to give to get. Where that can start is giving to yourself, putting in the effort for yourself, clocking in for yourself. Look at me. Get up, go move, get it done. Okay? Bust a sweat, learn a new skill. Google some information that you're not 100% sure about. Put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? Risk so that you can earn something. Make a path for yourself. To circle in the Heath Ledger thing. It's possible to change your stars, but what are you willing to do to earn that? What effort are you willing to put in to change your stars? You'll have to forgive the sound in the background. Again, at the gym, taking advantage of some time and space. Again, for my room for improvement, I tell you, it's the world. There's no bigger area in the world than mine. As I was doing heavy lift today, so I had to push through some mental blocks. When I got to the third set, I already didn't want to do the fourth one. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to phone it in. But honestly, I was on the elliptical for the third round. I had to close my eyes and just validate myself mentally. Because I didn't want to stop. Mind didn't want it to stop, but my body was like, we had enough, buddy. But we pushed through. You know what I'm saying? Just affirming, I'm going to keep going one step at a time. Again, pick that direction and go with it. Sometimes you just got to move forward because you can't change the past, But I changed my stars. As you can tell from this sweat, I got into that fourth set and I added extra weight, player. You know what I'm saying? And we went to failure. So again, risk. What are you willing to risk? You know what I'm saying? Because again, you can't gain if you're not giving anything. And where you don't have to give to the world, start giving to yourself. A lot of people are overlooking this aspect, and I was one of those people. You know what I'm saying? I would sneak pleasures for myself. Some people sneak food to have pleasure for themselves. Come on now. I've been there, I've seen it, I've done it. Go sneak a walk. Go sneak a game of bowling. Go sneak a round of darts. Go find somebody to play volleyball with. Go join a bowling league. There's tons of stuff that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Frisbee golf, golfing, driving range, batting cages. There's if you enjoy doing card games, Pokemon, man, find a chess club. Do something that doesn't revolve around destructive habits. And I'm not saying that you can't celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Not saying never have a drink. Not saying never eat bad food. But make sure that you're checking in to earn the interest so that when you do choose to splurge on yourself, you don't have to worry about when that bill comes and how much it's going to cost actually. You can pay it with peace of mind and move on about your regular scheduled programming. Get on with your routine. So just to touch on that, a little bit of risk versus reward. It's okay to give to yourself, and it's required that you do so, favorite phrase, on a regular and consistent basis. Okay, so then moving forward, hustles that I used to have as a kid. Man, I was born with it. I was blessed with that natural, innate, go get it mentality. I wanted things. I wanted things for myself. I wanted things for my people. That's okay. One of the first businesses that I started, like I made pixie dust. You know what I'm saying? Like the pixie sticks, just sugar and whatever kind of flavoring. I would make this stuff and sell it to kids around the neighborhood because I had access to sugar at my house and the supervision that I had. So we were latchkey kids, you know. We got to be free range kids. We got to roam about our neighborhood, and in this situation, if you got abducted or into some dumb shit, it was your fault because you knew better. You know, so like I've always been about business, and it just graduated and escalated from there. When I was in I made a ton of money too, by the way. Like kids and sugar, imagine that, right? Go figure. And then, you know, that moved on to high school or middle school. Okay, so I moved around a bunch in like middle school and high school. By the time I was in high school, I was in a different high school in a different state every 4 years, you know. So I didn't really care for people too much. I got to look at things on an asset liability status because unfortunately I didn't know that you were gonna be in my life. This was before Facebook. So there was no reason for me to like grow any level of attachment and like blah, blah, blah. Like if we're gonna be beneficial for each other, let's do it. If not, like I don't really worry about it. Like, you know, I wasn't necessarily allowed into groups. And then others, you know, welcome me with open arms because, you know, I risk being helpful. I risk putting in effort to show why it was beneficial to have me around. I did that because, you know, kids don't necessarily, if they don't know you, they don't know what you're about, like they're gonna figure it out one way or another. And, you know, not for nothing, that's kind of how everything is based. You know, people often judge you on how trustworthy you can be. So you have to be willing to show that you're trustworthy so that people can trust you. It's just the nature of life. I didn't take it personally. You shouldn't either. You know what I'm saying? So again, in middle school, commodity. What is one thing that you would ask anybody for in school besides a pencil? I always had it. Give you a second. Gum. This was back when you could get a 5-pack of gum for 25 cents. In school, on school grounds, those 5 pieces of gum were worth $1.25. You know what I'm saying? Each piece was worth 25 cents. Because where else are you going to get it from? They don't sell it in the cafeteria. None of the vending machines had it. If you didn't bring it from home, you got to holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? That business grew so lucrative for me. I ended up, like, my mom ended up, like, taking me to Sam's Club, you know, because they had a candy aisle. And, like, I would pull the kids in the school and be like, hey, man, what do you guys want to see? What's not in the vending machine that I can bring in? Sour Patch Kids, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, blah, blah, blah. I show up with a backpack full of candy. You know what I'm saying? And like with candy and gum and, you know, just a cash cow. I had money before I really knew what to do with it. I didn't even know what to do with all the money that I was making, but it was just innate in me. Again, country kid, grew up raising, breaking, riding horses, man. Loved it. But that also came with hard work. I'm grateful looking back on it now, you know, but during that time growing up, it sucked, dude. I don't know if you've ever had to, I lived out in the valley, okay? Summertime, it was hot, but it was valley hot because it was humid. You know what I'm saying? So if you're facing 89-degree weather with 60% humidity, it's a different kind of hot. As soon as you open your door, it's gonna grab you and say hello, and there's no getting away from it. You know what I'm saying? So like you're working out in that, I'm raking manure, I'm cutting weeds, I'm stacking bales of hay, stirring grain, getting all kinds of oats up in my face. Like I'm going through it, Playboy. My grandpa, we asked for an allowance. This man would be like, you ate today, didn't you? Bless his heart, love him to death. And like, I appreciate that hard work. I love growing up around horses. It was one of the best things that ever happened in my life, you know? So again, looking back on it, sucked. Also, like I said, I had to haul buckets of water from inside, hot water, piping hot water from inside to outside to melt the ice that's in their ice trough so that the homies could eat and drink water. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a experience, to say the least, but it set me up for the rest of my life. Especially with things the way it is nowadays, nobody wants to do stuff. Act like it's so hard to do. It's effortless. This is literally effortless. Like I said in a previous video, like, I just happen to develop a communication skill that allows me, I still put in work at the job, but it's not work. Like I said, I'm a country kid. I grew up pitching bales of hay, hauling oats and buckets of water. Like, I literally went through Dragon Ball Z training without really knowing it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, by the time I'm getting to this is nothing, kid. Like, I'm having a great time. I get to do what I do. But one of the things I wasn't really aware of was investing in myself. Now that I invest in myself, I'm making brand new strides and gains that are, again, exceeding measures that I could have imagined when I was actually making plans. Now I don't really plan on just move forward, because I have an utmost belief in what I'm capable of and where I'm heading. And again, that's forward. I am on a mission to move forward. I encourage all of you to have the same mission for yourself. You don't gotta hit the same goals that I do, but clock in for yourself. Make sure that you're doing for yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Did you shower today? Did you brush your teeth? Show me those pearly whites. You know what I mean? Did you eat something healthy? Fiber. Get it. You're gonna need it. Are you planning on growing older? Or are you trying to phase out by the time you're 20 something? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm enjoying the experience growing older, and I want to grow as I grow older. I encourage you guys to do the same. You know, so again, just on that note, again, to touch on the Heath Ledger thing, change your stars, dude. He went from a stable boy to the king of his own kingdom that he created. I kind of followed a similar path. I was a stable boy, like I said, grew up raising, breaking, and caring for horses. I have a lovely kingdom of beautiful children now, you know, that I work hard for, that I'm happy to take care of, that I love to provide for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for the individuals that help me bless these little life forms into this world. I'm lucky, I'm ecstatic, and I'm happy for that. I want to show them how good life can get. I bring them to this place with me. They check in just like I do. My little man told me yesterday, he's like, my older little man, he's like, man, can we do this more often? Of course, dude. You know, because, like, that's one thing that I didn't get. I didn't get to hang out with my folks, really. Like, I was raised like we weren't friends. You know what I'm saying? I was to be seen and not heard. It made stuff weird, but I learned a lot more than probably kids learn today. You know, but they have different teachers, and that's unfortunate. You know, but I get to spend time with mine. I get to take advantage. I get to bring them into my realm of improvement, and I get to show them the benefits of checking in for themselves, and they're excited to do it. My daughter, you know, she goes off and does her thing at the swimming pool, always making friends, comes back telling me about the old friends that she got to see and the new friends that she gets to make. Like, it's a wonderful experience. And again, little man, he tells his people, he's like, I got to climb mountains today. I don't know if y'all saw the video where we were out on the little snowpack, you know what I'm saying? Telling people I got to climb mountains today. So, like, I get to do that. My life gets to be fulfilled and beautiful like that. I worked hard for it, and I sacrificed a whole lot. I risked everything on multiple occasions, and I still do. You know what I'm saying? But I risk it for me. So, like, change your stars, but then also follow your feet. Because again, the best thing about it is, again, remembering where I came from to where I'm at now. And I follow my feet back to where I came from. You know, I retrace all my steps. Like, man, this is where I used to be at, to this is where I'm at right now. It's crazy. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of my little ones. I'm proud of all the people that I get to work with. I remember, like, when I had my daughter, I kind of had to swallow pride. You know what I'm saying? I got used to it. But now the shots of pride that I take now, they're delicious. You know, because I've been through a lot, and I still have a sense of pride despite what failures that I've had through my risks that I've taken. The glorious part is that I'm still here and I still get to press and trudge forward. Never give up. Never sell yourself short. Risk big. Take L's. Learn from it. Then risk bigger. Don't give up. That's the real L. When you're scared to risk it all, that's the real failure. Never be scared, man. And on that note, I bid you guys adieu.